This is proof to me that Meghan's podcasting career is dead. Um, I think I'm just surprised at how quickly they quit everything, starting with the British royal family. Hi guys, Kinsey Schofield here. I know you wake up every day and you ask yourself, where is Meghan Markle's podcast? Where's Archetypes Season 2? Where's Confessions of a Female Founder? Now, when the Spotify deal was initially terminated, there was a pleasant release that was coordinated through both parties, Spotify and the Sussexes, to say that it was a mutual decision that Harry and Meghan leave Spotify, and they wished her the best. And Meghan was a great podcasting talent, yada, yada, yada. I know you know the drill. Insert insert the Spotify executive who I can't believe I'm spacing on his name. I've said it so many times in my life. Bill Simmons, Bill Simmons. Insert Bill Simmons jokingly on his podcast talking about how he wished he could have been a part of the deal to terminate Harry and Meghan, calling them effing grifters and saying one day he's going to get drunk and tell the story of trying to brainstorm with Prince Harry ideas for a podcast. Maybe Harry was on ayahuasca. You never know. You never know. But when Meghan moved to Lemonada podcasts, there was a tease for an Archetypes Season 2. They also re-released Archetypes Season 1 and made it available to a larger audience. Archetypes was initially exclusive to Spotify. And so in that transition to Lemonada Podcast, it was available now on Apple and some of these other platforms, podcasting platforms, so it could generate some new listens. Clearly, the traffic wasn't great because here we are waiting for Archetypes Season 2, how many years later? But it's my understanding through my sources that this CNN deal with Lemonada was proof that Meghan had no intent on continuing to podcast. Now, I guess perhaps should have phrased that differently because I think Meghan would love to podcast on CNN. I think she would love her podcast to be available on CNN. She actually pursued some journalism in college, and it was always her dream to be a TV host, which you saw through the With Love Meghan series. So I guess, how should I word this then? You always have to be careful because you don't want to repeat word for word what your source says unless they give you permission to repeat it word for word because you fear that you'll out them in the process. This CNN Lemonada deal is proof that Meghan has no future with Lemonada. I think that's a safe way for me to present this story. Video podcasts with Hassan Minhaj, actors like Mandy Patinkin and Catherine Grody, the Blues Clues star. They are all Lemonada talent that are transitioning to CNN video and streaming. And that would have been a really great place for Meghan to grow. I think that that's kind of her audience, the CNN All Access audience. If you watch CNN coverage about the British royal family, it's typically very, I don't want to say, yeah, it's sensitive towards Harry and Meghan. It typically is very kind towards Harry and Meghan. It gives them the benefit of the doubt more times than not. So let's look at some of the details in this, and I think you'll understand what I mean when I say this was a real missed opportunity for her. CNN and Lemonada Media have struck a deal that will bring video versions of some of Lemonada's podcasts to CNN's All Access streaming tier. The deal will see podcasts such as Hassan Minaj Doesn't Know, Don't Listen to Us with Mandy Patinkin and Catherine Grody, and Alive with Steve Burns debut their new episodes weekly on the streamer. CNN subscribers will get access to certain episodes from the podcast's library. Additionally, CNN will feature the Dan Boatner podcast and play host to the video debut of Since You Asked, which launched late last year, and it will mark the video debut on January 20th in the All Access tier in October. Okay, seriously though, they're giving me ads for really cute clothes on thewrap.com, so I have to open this in an alternative tab so that I can buy that outfit later. Okay, I am the target market for a nice set. So it says that the executive vice president of talent for CNN Originals and creative development for CNN Worldwide said in a statement that the growth of video podcasts underscores the appetite for smart, personality-driven nonfiction content, an area where CNN has long been a leader. This collaboration with Lemonada builds on that strength, enabling us to scale thoughtfully, expand into new verticals, and meet audiences where they are increasingly watching. This partnership with CNN marks an exciting next chapter for Lemonada, their CEO said. As demand for video podcasts continues to grow, we're thrilled to bring our standout slate of video content to new audiences and broaden existing fans. This is exactly what Meghan Markle was describing when she sat down with Bloomberg and was trying to explain away the fact that she no longer had a deal, the same deal, I should say, with Netflix. When she talked about micro content, when she talked about pivoting to digital, that is exactly what Lemonada is doing here with CNN. Again, a brand that I think is very flattering towards the Sussexes. This is proof to me that Meghan's podcasting career is dead. I think I'm just surprised at how quickly they quit everything, starting with the British royal family. And I know I've used the term before, but missed opportunity here with this marriage between Lemonada and CNN. Okay, so you lost your Netflix show. The way that you make it look like you didn't, or the way that you make it look like you're picking yourself back up, is by continuing with the Lemonada podcast, showing up on CNN, and in a way, you're just saying like, well, I didn't get picked up at Netflix, but I got picked up at CNN, which is equally a celebrated and iconic brand when it comes to media in the United States. So I agree with my source. I think that this is proof that Meghan Markle is no longer in the podcasting scene and that she has lost another opportunity, first with Spotify, now with Lemonada. How comfortably, how delicately, how polite they ended things, I certainly don't know. But when it comes to common sense, I'd say that I agree here that Lemonada's collaboration with CNN could have been a real pivotal moment for her in 2025, late 2025, early 2026, to say, don't worry about Netflix. No, don't worry about that, because I have this new exciting project that I'm excited about, or because now we're available on video. We were never available on video before. And contractually, maybe her podcast wasn't available to people on video because she owed everything visually to Netflix. I don't know those circumstances, but now that we've seen the Netflix relationship disintegrate, I would say she's free to do something like this. And it's insane to me that she wouldn't take advantage of an opportunity like this. And Hassan Minaj, you know, Harry did his podcast last year. That was so bizarre. But again, right up her alley with some of these other personalities, and you just have to wonder how many bridges does she have to burn? But I'm curious to know your opinion. What do you think? Does Meghan Markle still have a podcasting future? Agree with me, disagree with me? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Kinsey Schofield.